Watch out for martial law when he's out there watching after you. If he's a tool of the bankster, he's a badge-wearing gangster, an agent straight from Interpol. Watch out for martial law. He's there to prove who owns the muscle and might, and he just might pull you over to the side of the shoulder, 'cause he cannot see your license plate light. He cannot see your license plate light. Ain't it a frightening feeling when you're behind the wheel and you see him there? Or when you're rounding the corner and he's right there behind you in your rearview mirror? Is he a foe or a friend, or this public defender we see on our TV screen? Or just some vain reckless power gaining strength every hour, a threat to the American dream? Watch out for martial law when he's out there watching after you. If he's a tool of the bankster, he's a badge-wearing gangster, collector of the revenue. Watch out for martial law. And if he's tailing you, you better not run. Just read the news in the papers covering some of his capers. He's dangerous when he's aiming that gun. That boy is dangerous when he's aiming that gun. There was a time when it seemed like he was part of the dream, when we could count on him. But now he sold his allegiance to those socialist schemers and their every whim. Now I've got nothing against him if he's out defending my country, my Bill of Rights. But if he's out there abusing all those powers he's using, then maybe we should turn off his lights. Watch out for martial law when he's out there watching after you. If he's a tool of the bankster, he's a badge-wearing gangster, an agent straight from Interpol. Watch out for martial law. He's there to prove who owns a muscle and might, and he just might pull you over to the side of the shoulder, 'cause he cannot see your license plate light. Watch out for martial law. And if he's tailing you, you better not run. Just read the news in the papers covering some of his capers. He's dangerous when he's waving that gun. I said you better be wary if he's had a bad hair day, because he's dangerous when he's aiming that gun. He can be dangerous when he's aiming that gun. That boy is dangerous when he's aiming that gun.
Here's a letter sent by Stephanie McIntyre, event director of the Women's Sportbike Rally at womensportbikerally.com. She sent this letter to the Mayor of Knoxville, Mayor of Maryville, Governor of Tennessee, and all the other names on the Deals Gap, Tail of the Dragon, and Killboy websites. Quote, I always look forward to stopping at the food line in Maryville, Tennessee, then dropping by the wine and spirits cellar right next door for some libations to drink after the day is done. See, when I reach that point, it means I'm almost there. I'm almost officially on vacation. I buy all my rations for my 4 to 5, sometimes 6-day stay in the Smoky Mountains, ready to have a great time with my friends. I don't go on luxury cruises or fly to exotic locations to sightsee when I take time off work. I pack up my best friend, my 2002 Yamaha YZF 600R that has hundreds of US129 miles on it, and head south from Columbus, Ohio to spend a few days in a beautiful location traversing beautiful roads. I've been visiting the region since 2003. I became as giddy as a schoolgirl when I make that left off the 411 129 4-lane road to head south on US 129 out of Maryville to Deals Gap. Love it so much that I even had a major hand in starting a new and unique sport bike rally for the first time last year, one for women who love to ride sport bikes. I've spent months working on the second edition of this project, August 24 to 26, with an overall goal of raising as much money as I can for a melanoma foundation. I'm so thankful that it's not too late for me to adjust my upcoming event in 3 weeks to cater to North Carolina rather than anything in Tennessee. I plan to inform all of my participants of what is going on, and I assure them that we will have a blast even if we don't traverse the heavily guarded 11 miles of your precious federally funded road just because a few people are messing things up for a majority of the law-abiding citizens who frequent the area, such as myself. I plan to have a portion of my event take place at a biker-friendly establishment called the Cherahela Market in Tellico Plains, but because of the state of Tennessee, I have to decline the wonderful support of Mr. Joe Burris, who owns the store. As for myself, I will be filling up my gas tank at the last stop in Kentucky and buying all my rations at the nearest grocery store in that state, rather than spend any of my hard-earned money in the wonderful town of Maryville. This will be the first time my routine for visiting the Smoky Mountains will change in 4 years of coming there. I'm so sorry that you could not have found a better solution to your supposed problem, but I will not pay taxes in your state to support your mission to harass those who share the same legal recreation that I love. Have a great day. Stephanie McIntyre continued in her email, I hope this clears up. I'm not worried about me or my event. I'm worried about the Dragon's future. I love it there. Hope to live there someday. Not because I'm a speed freak, but for how visiting Deals Gap makes me feel. It's love, and having that taken away or destroyed by ignorance is unfair and sad. One participant in the women's sport bike rally was Brittany Morrow, the queen of Roadrash. She's a writer for various sport bike magazines, which lets her tour the nation, including Deals Gap. But with THP banning sport bikes on the Dragon, she's joining the boycott against the police state of Tennessee.
Like I said, it's the nature of the beast. If we want to ride, the hardest lesson, the very first lesson that I learned was the hardest one. Usually it comes later on and people get cocky. People who have been riding for years, they get comfortable. They think that they're immune to it. For some reason, motorcycle riders think that we're doing something that's very dangerous, and they don't accept the fact that at any moment it could be your last ride. And I think that, I push the gear a lot. I push, obviously helmets are the most important. Personally for me, the helmet saved my life, but on top of that, your skin. It's the biggest organ in your body. Nobody thinks about it, but everyone takes their skin for granted. And when you don't have any, your body doesn't function correctly, and it's the aftermath that really just gets you about the road rash. I think that wearing gear is an attitude. The moment that you put your helmet on, you accept that you could go down. The moment that you don't put your helmet on, you've decided that you're not going to get hurt on that ride, and that's impossible. And that's usually when you will ride, whether you think so or not, something's going to happen. That's the way that you're going to ride, is whether you have the attitude of, hey, I'm doing something dangerous, I accept the risk, I'm going to prepare for it, or I'm doing something dangerous, but I'm not going to get hurt.